Hello, everyone. It is Liam Cattleson here with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We're on episode number 7 of season 2, where we had a kind of a, I guess you could say, deviation from, my hopes for Amy and Jake to become a thing, of course. I'm sure it will happen at some point. Touch wood. No, but we had Jake and Sophia. They interacted. Bit of complications, of course. But they've agreed to put, work life aside and whatnot, so it doesn't compromise their relationship. Though, I don't think it's going to be a long-running thing. So, but we'll see where it goes, of course. And, of course, we had Amy run for union rep to replace Scully, which got the approval for everyone but herself, really. So, yeah, it was a very, very great episode, and I'm loving this season more and more. I am going about this a bit more slowly compared, things might pick up by the time this is on YouTube, but in terms of a recording perspective, I am going at season 2 a bit more slowly, just because I've got a lot of things on the plate at the minute, so, I want to take my time and not overdo myself, because that won't be good for the mental health, will it? So yeah, but no, I am excited to get into this episode. So with that said, let's get into episode number 7 of season 2 for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Let's go.
Flowers are a bold choice, Santiago, but I can still beat you.
Beat me at expressing condolences.
Yeah, that's...
Flowers are a gift, and Captain Holt hates gifts.
That's not something you want to make a competition on.
Dear Captain, we were all so sorry for your loss. And his personal uncle.
So you remembered to turn off your signature, right?
Oh no. Oh no, what is it?
Hey, Captain, I just sent you an email.
Dear Captain, we were all so sorry for your loss.
Oh
There's
no.
Nothing we can do. Sent from my stinky butt.
I was hacked? Napkins. I just hope that no Amy's feel bad that I was chosen over Amy.
Actually, Captain asked me first, but I had plans. Teddy brewed a Thanksgiving Pilsner and it's bottling day.
Bottling day? Why'd you come in at all? And frankly,
You could have
sir,
taken
I'm a
this
little
job
hurt that
over
I wasn't the
Teddy.
top choice.
The precinct-wide ban on me saying the word succulent.
Done.
I want to work in the break room,
Succulent.
so I don't have to hear Charles say succulent.
Done, Denzel Washington.
If she's working in the break room, can I move my nap couch out into the bullpen?
Brooks and done.
Oh, so your plan is to not
Jake's
take
gonna...
it seriously at all?
No,
I'm
no.
as serious as a heart attack. No offense, Scully.
Mine are never that serious. I call it mood.
You can't just grant wishes.
It's a pretty good tree. It's a mighty tree. So why not stand
Heck yeah.
up to this Zeke? I get so intimidated around him.
Thanks for the sandwich, little dum-dum.
I mean, he does tower him. Bloody
If you want
heck.
to get out of the house, why don't you just volunteer to run the precinct instead of Peralta? I'd much rather have you in charge. Don't worry about Jake. He's gonna do.
Men stuffed my goose.
The succulent
Wait, pour that powder.
goose.
What is that powder?
I don't know. What do we do?
What
Okay,
the...
everyone, we are in lockdown, which means no one can come in or out of the precinct.
We're in
Only
lock...
3 other precincts received similar packages. Lockdown into a poppin' lockdown, right? Am I right?
Lockdowns are never fun.
Okay.
Like,
so,
ask
keep
2020
everyone
me.
updated and keep working on your dance moves.
Jake.
Unless I had
what are you
whiskey.
doing? This-
Think he's gonna jump?
No, he's just always falling off things. He's got a worm living in his ear that affects his balance.
What?
Well, then he's not truly alone out there, right? Okay, I'm gonna call Holt. You wanna come?
And it's not baking powder. There's a chance it's toxic.
What?
Shit.
I'm not there to read the situation, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this.
Oh, no.
I did leave Peralta in charge. So call me if you need anything.
Oh, sir, one other thing. Hitchcock got trapped out on the balcony.
Good. Sounds like we dodged a bullet there.
Well, that's settled. Diaz, Santiago, I want you out there with me keeping people's...
Done, so I stopped the recording. Well, the game was a blowout anyway. I mean, everyone died.
Zeke?
What's the cancel? You better
Leave.
hope that's true.
Gee, leave him alone.
Good. He's gone. Now let's get serious and focus up. Just trying to get to the printer.
Fair enough. Why don't we have a talent show then? Who has a special talent?
Oh, I just learned a single ladies dance.
Hey, yes!
Oh,
People
God.
love it.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes,
2
Charles.
ladies just joined in. You got to admit, Boyle really knows
He's
how
got
to move his
backup.
pelvis.
I can't believe this is one of the last things I'm ever gonna see.
Actually, with anthrax,
You need to man up.
Man up? Sexist.
Lay down the law.
I'm sorry, but I don't see gender, sir.
Tell them the truth about the powder. Tell them that they're going to be here a while, and tell them that they might have to be a little uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable because of how amazing I look in this?
I think he's worried about his leadership and
for a little longer. No problem.
screwing this up.
Yeah.
Grucci, Stella McCarthy's.
I want the one with the muff.
Great choice, sir, but there's actually only 5 coats, so we're gonna have to figure out a way to share them. I was thinking maybe
I don't think sharing's going to be a caring option.
Interesting fact there. It turns out the one-time only feast was all the food that we have.
What?
I'm gonna have to.
Ration the food?
I'm not going to sit here and starve. With Thanksgiving, you said it was a hoax for only.
Why is he standing on that chair?
Hey, everyone!
I knew it.
To us. It's friggin' anthrax.
Oh my god!
Oh, what you making a snack? Oh, the captain wants 4. Another box with a question mark. Another box with a question mark.
Oh, is that
another
because
box with
his
a question
phone
mark,
isn't compatible?
another box with a
Okay.
question mark. And yet another box with a question mark. Then a box with a question mark. What does that mean? It means you don't have emojis on your phone.
No, incompatible phone.
Things gotta give.
great idea. Great movie.
Also, we should probably put out that fire.
What the hell? What the heck? I want to know how that happened.
So, Captain, I have some news.
What happened?
Remember when you told me not to burn down the...
Tell everyone what you need them to do. You're the captain, Jake.
I'm the captain now.
He had to.
Phillips.
Captain Phillips!
What it was.
Look at me, right?
No.
All right, guys, listen up.
Oh
Listen
my
up, people.
goodness.
You're no longer my
But,
number
you know,
2.
Amy had that
What
point.
did you say to him, Amy? You've been after my job this whole time.
It's not here, but we still don't know what that powder is, and we may be here for a while yet. Also, the copy room is now a detention center for anyone who gets out of line. This is a police station in a lockdown, not a summer camp.
I am proud.
Flag.
Jake.
Stay tuned for more details. That'll be all for now.
I'm just gonna go
Look at
downstairs
that,
and
look
thank your
at-
family
look
for
at that.
accommodating us.
Determination from Jake. Love it.
Also, I said you ate all that pie. Can you put some around your mouth? Come here.
I have news, everyone.
It's not.
The powder was not harmful.
Hey.
Seems like you turned it around.
Yeah, actually, we're trying to clean up here, Captain, so unless you have something meaningful to contribute, you can get the hell out.
Look at Jake.
Oh,
What the?
Right, sorry, you weren't here when I switched up my management style. That must be so confusing for you. Anyways, everyone head on home. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Jake.
Happy Turkey Day,
Damn.
guys. I'll be in the
Yes.
office.
Happy Turkey Day. I gotta say, I kind of love this side of Jake. To be fair, because I don't know. It's something so unexpected. Like whenever things just go to hell, there is a moment where he needs to switch, and it is so fun to watch. Someone who can take things a bit OTT suddenly decides, okay, we need to put our foot down. I need to show some responsibility. So this is how things are going to go. And of course, Amy did assist him, steer him into the right direction. But there is also that appeal that he wants. He wants to try to make people happy and not cause any kind of disruption as well. So hence why he was trying to keep everyone's spirits a-okay, and not reveal the fact that, hey, this substance might be harmful. So yeah, pretty fun stuff. But I guess at the same time as well, you kind of hope that this is going to be a developing point for Jake, with him taking that responsibility, listening to Amy. Of course, it is hard wanting to people please, but also kind of create a stable environment at the same time, because obviously things were getting out of hand. People were getting hungry. People didn't think of this as a serious situation because they were in the unknown. But yeah, this is it. Jake wanted to make people happy and not have people freak out, especially with Thanksgiving, because and that kind of does create a bit of a roadblock because, you know, you got people who have families to attend to for Thanksgiving, and you know, they're trapped here thinking it's not a serious situation, and Jake's trying to ease them into the fact that they are here and they are grounded for something that is not serious whatsoever. But obviously they have to be kept at the precinct for their own good, just in case, you know, it is the package was toxic. So yeah, and I really, really love the idea that Amy did inspire a bit of confidence in Jake in trying to take some responsibility, you know, take this as an honest approach rather than just people please, because, you know, it is great that you want to keep everyone happy and make people feel well, as comfortable as you can, because obviously things were getting out of hand with the hunger issues and the heating issues, etc. But no, it is great that, you know, you have Jake wanting to make people happy, but at the same time, you know, you can't beat around the bush with this, and yeah, you've got to be honest, and sometimes you just got to play that more stricter, more responsible role. You know, being a people pleaser doesn't exactly extract results 100% of the time. So yeah, I really, really like the idea that Jake that Jake had listened to Amy. Amy prompted the idea that from the get-go they should have been told. But, you know, Jake, you know, you gotta respect the guy for wanting to make people happy and also wanting to show that he can be a captain, because it is a very, very big responsibility, and there is that admiration that comes with I guess the temporary job. But like I said, it's not pleasing people. It's not going to bring 100% satisfaction. You've got to put your foot down. You've got to be responsible. You've got to take the situation seriously. So and you know, we have this scenario where Amy, of course, who has expressed her desires to become captain, she made the logical opinion early on. And even though Jake swayed that away, it was the best way to go at the end of the day. So it does show a testament to Amy's credibility about if she does become captain one day, about how serious she would handle things, how I guess logical and how things should be run, things can be from her point of view. So yeah, Amy did especially towards the end, and especially given that pep talk to Jake, she wants him to thrive, so she's giving her advice. It does show not just a bit of development for Jake for this episode, but also for Amy in terms of her pursuit to be a captain, with her prompting the idea that was probably best to adhere to. Obviously Jake was not having any of it, but Amy knows deep inside, and this is the person who, I mean, obviously Holt has a very, very higher presence for Amy's perspective, but this is the person who has to, who tries to people please Holt. So yeah, but like I said, obviously he is of higher priority, so yeah, but obviously there is the consideration of people's lives at stake, people being stressed out, especially being confined into a room. So she surely understands that it's going to turn hectic and whatnot, telling people the truth that, hey, this package, it could be toxic. So she understands the stress that people can go through, but yet she prompted the idea that they need to be told the truth, that it could be toxic. So there is a little bit of that nice bit of awareness, I would say, for Amy's perspective. Obviously, like I said, with Holt being a higher priority in terms of where she stands in life compared to a dozen people who she's not trying to get recommendations of, etc. There is that to consider, but still, it is really, really nice to see that Amy, who does have that aspect of people pleasing, she recognizes the fact that you can't win this battle all the time with being kind and putting on distractions, etc. In order to keep the peace. Sometimes you just got to break the news that they've got to remain here because of the fact that the package could be toxic. So thankfully it wasn't. So yeah, but obviously there was no way of knowing that, and that's why tests needed to be done. So yeah, but it was really, really nice to see Jake maintain the captain status and whatnot. So yeah, and just the way he just the way he, I guess, invoked his authority to halt and Terry at the end was just pretty fun to watch. It's a kind of a demonstration to halt, for him to say, "I've got this handled. Sit down, have a cup of tea, just relax. I've got this handled." So yeah, because he is showing, he's trying to showcase, even though for the most part, Holt has that kind of regret, because things were just getting out of hand. It just showcases that Jake can do the job when steered in the right direction. So Jake can do the job when he's steered in the right direction. So yeah, but speaking of Holt, because obviously we had that side of things, there was another case of people pleasing for Terry's situation. Of course, Holt was sadly the target of that with Zeke, I guess, thinking of how terrible he is. So yeah, and then Holt had to play the pretend game because he wanted to appeal to Zeke. And again, sometimes, obviously there is that intimidation presence with the fact that you have Zeke who towers over Terry. So yeah, but sometimes Zeke needs to be put in his place because he does have that intimidating presence. He does condescend, and with Terry, he just wants he doesn't want to burn bridges, etc. He wants to keep things swell, and so he has to play this kind of intimidation game in reacting to the fact that Holt, he's terrible, etc. And I can't believe he's doing this, but it's, for me, a case that Zeke needs to be told how terrible, how intimidating he is, and that he needs to be a bit more respectful. So, and I think deep inside, Holt wants Terry to have that moment to stand up to him, but also at the same time, he is sympathetic with Terry. He knows how compassionate Terry is, and it's not an easy task to stand. It's not an easy task for anyone to stand up to someone who is being very, very intimidating. But you have Holt, who does recognize that Terry is. He is intimidated about the fact that if he does speak up to Zeke, then there might be that moment where he might back out, etc. So, or that moment where he goes into a bit of a crisis, like, "Oh, what have I done?" So, yeah, I think at this, when you consider things, you recognize that Holt wants him to stand up, but also knows that these little things might take baby steps, and he doesn't want to, shove him into the lion's den. So, yeah, like quite literally, because of the fact that he does have that intimidation of a lion, I guess you could say. So, yeah, but no, I really, really loved this episode and how people-pleasing eccentric it was with both Jake and Terry's stories, no, it was pretty hectic, especially with the Thanksgiving scenario, people being locked up in the precinct. You've got people's families that will be waiting, and they can't get there. So, yeah, and also the fact that Jake took temporary leadership, and obviously things were going to go down the toilet. But I think he salvaged it in the end. Obviously, like I said, he had a bit of assistance there from Amy, but it's a great push in the right direction, I would say, for Jake. So you learn something new every day. So yeah, but no, pretty neat episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!